And then, of course, it got to number 1 in the newly invented independent chart.
Which you had a help in?
Well, it was my idea originally, yeah.
Well, that's right. Who else was involved? You got involved to get in that? Just a couple of other record label owners?
No, what it was I was friendly with the people that ran a trade magazine called Record Business. It doesn't exist now. And I just had this idea of having an independent chart because they had all the stats. Something's happened with the lighting.
Who switched the lights on?
Oh, now we've got the lights back again.
Yeah, the lights back on. Well, you switched the lights on for the independent record labels.
Well, could be said that way. So no, what happened was I spoke to some friends at Record Business Trade magazine. They had all the stats, and I said, why don't we do an independent chart? Because, like, for instance, Cherry Red had put out the Dead Kennedys Holiday in Cambodia.
Big sales figures.
Sold like 90,000 copies.
Right.
It wasn't in the proper chart.
No. Because they were using Woolworths, they were doing W.H. Smiths, they were using Virgin Records, Superstores, whatever, and they weren't using the grassroots outlets that you were distributing to.
Well, they were using some of them, but of course the major record companies were fiddling the chart.
They knew where the
They
shops.
was going around there, the chart return shops, saying, here's a few free copies of this, give us a few ticks on your...
Yeah.
Because it was before, obviously,
Straight
automation.
cash, no cash, just...
I don't know if it was cash, but they were giving them free
It's effectively
records.
the same thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, the independent chart started, and the first number 1 was Where's Captain Kirk? And it stayed there for 7 weeks. And that was 40 years ago.
And had you started the chart at Christmas, it would have been number 1 for 10 weeks. With cameraman in. Because the record music papers were doing their own, like ringing up a record shop in Newcastle, a small, and saying what's your top selling records, and then one week they might ring up Bristol, Birmingham.
No, they had a basic list of about 250 shops, and the shops had paperwork they filled in.
Yeah.
And then the chart compilers would ring them up.
Yeah.
And say what's been selling this week, and they'd read it from this list that they had.
Well, Kurt was already
but it was all
top in the chart of the unofficial charts, and then the official charts came out 19th of January 1980.
Yeah.